Good morning. Let's continue from the yesterday's lecture. Yesterday we have studied Macaulay's method. Okay. Now, so we are going to continue with the Macaulay's method. This is the last lecture on this slope and deflection. Yesterday we have solved the sum when on a beam some point loads are acting and one moment was there. Okay, you know how to write down the general equation and how to calculate the maximum bending, maximum deflection for that beam. Now today I am going to explain you. Today I am going to explain you when there is a UDL and UVL. Okay, how to write down the general equation and how to solve that. Okay, let's consider. I am going to consider one solved sum only, so that we can finish it fast. Okay, I hope that all of you are comfortable with what to do in Macaulay's method, how to write down the equation of the bending moment when moment is there. Okay, whenever the moment is there in the beam, here then you have to write down that moment into x minus that distance here raised to power 0. Okay, so that this term becomes 1 and ultimately you are going to get only the moment. Okay, and you have to do the integration by some proper method. Okay. Now, first let's consider this sum in which you have to calculate, determine the deflection at B and the slope at D for the simply supported beam as shown in the figure. Also find the maximum deflection and its location. Take E equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 and I equal to 300 into 10 raised to 8. E and I values are given. E equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per millimeter square, and modulus of moment of inertia of the cross section about the neutral axis is given as 300 into 10 raised to 8 millimeter raised to power 4. Yesterday the sum which we have solved, that one gives modulus of elasticity and the moment of inertia was not given, so we have calculated the answer in terms of EI. Now here these values are given, so you will get the proper answers of slope and deflection. Okay. Now it is given that it is a simply supported beam. Okay. Yesterday there was a KT exam here for mechanics. There are 3 students were appeared for the mechanics KT exam. All that 3 students are now in the 3rd semester also. But nobody was able to answer what is the cantilever beam and what is the simply supported beam and what is the hinge support and all basic things also. Here it is shameful for you and me also in front of the external examiner. So in this question, this is a simply supported beam. Here there is one upward force of 10 kilonewton. Then from this point, there is a UDL. Here there is a downward force of 20 kilonewton. And this support is the D. Here roller support. This is point A, I. This is the hinge support, but since there is no inclined force or the horizontal force, so the horizontal component is 0. The intensity of this UDL is 8 kilonewton per meter. Okay, this is 2 meter. This distance is 2 meter. This is 3 meter. This point is B. This is C, this is D. Let this point is E and this is F. Okay, this is 2 meter, this is also 2 meter. What we have to calculate for this simply supported beam, we have to calculate the deflection at point B and slope at point D. Remember in this question, if it is asked to calculate the maximum deflection, the procedure is same like a previous question, yesterday's question. Okay. Now, here I am writing it separately. Let's consider, suppose this is one simply supported beam which carrying one point load and the UDL at the end. If I consider this at point A as the origin, then let the UDL is on this part CD which is at the end of that beam. at the right end of the beam. If I consider this as the origin, this is at the end of the beam. Okay, let this is force is P1, let this intensity is W, let this is 2 meter, 2 meter and 2 meter. Okay, let this is RA and this is RD. Now, if I want to write down the general equation, differential equation of the slope and deflection, here, then the equation is EI into d square y upon dx square equal to m. This m is the equation of the bending moment, general equation of the bending moment. And I told you that when we use the Macaulay method, there is a one method to write down the general equation of the bending moment, which will be valid for the entire beam. Here, what we used to do, here we consider one section. We first imagine, assume the origin. So let the origin at the end, left end, here, and then consider the one section at a distance of x from origin. Okay, so this equation EI into d square y upon dx square is equal to, I'm writing this general equation of the bending moment. If I would have taken the section here, then the equation of the bending moment is RA into x, moment of this RA. It is the sagging, so positive. This equation of the bending moment is valid from 0 to 2 meter. After 2 meter, this equation of the bending moment is not valid. So because of this force P1 at 2 meter, after that the equation of the bending moment will be different. So to write down that equation of the bending moment, let's consider the section after B or after 2 meter, which is again at a distance of x from origin. So write down the bending moment equation over here. So the moment of this RA is already written, so no need to repeat it once again. Okay, only you have to add the moment of this P1. So P1 produces the hogging moment, so it is minus here P1 into, how much is the distance of that P1 from the section? Here, if this section is at a distance of x from A and this P1 is at a distance of 2 meter from A, so this distance will be x minus 2. So it is P1 into x minus 2. So this equation of the bending moment is valid up to C. After C, since the UDL is starting, since the loading is changing, so the bending moment equation will also change. So this equation is valid from 2 to 4 meter. Okay, here. Now after that, this UDL is there. Yeah, because of this UDL, the bending moment equation changes after 4 meter. So let's consider this section after C in this UDL, which is again at a distance of x from origin. So let's write down the equation of the bending moment over here. So if I write down the equation of the bending moment here, RA into x, already it is there. Moment of this P1 is hogging, so minus P1 into this distance, which is again x minus 2. Here, now only I have to add the moment of this UDL, only this much UDL, which is on the left side of the assumed section. Okay, now the moment of this UDL here is hogging, so it is minus. It is W into, listen to me, W is the intensity. Now I am going to convert this UDL into an equivalent point load. It is W into this much distance. I mean, how much is this distance? So this total distance is x from A and this distance is 4 from A. So this distance is 4 minus x. So W into 4 minus x. This is the intensity and this is the distance over which the UDL is spread. So this product gives you the equivalent point load for this UDL. This equivalent point load is supposed to act at the midpoint of this here, and then this distance is half of this. So it is 4 minus x upon 2. Here it is 4 minus x upon 2. This is the distance here. So this is the equivalent point load into distance is 4 minus x upon 2. Okay, so ultimately I can write down this x 4 minus x into 4 minus x. So I will write 4 minus x whole square upon 2. And this equation is valid up to the end of the beam. Here up to the end of the beam, up to D, this equation is valid because UDL is up to the end. Okay, this equation is valid from 4 to 6 meter because this is 2 meter. Okay, in this way we can write. Yeah, but here remember one thing, important thing. This UDL is spread. Start कहाँ से भी होने दो. Let it start from any point. Yeah, but it's spread up to the end of the beam. Yeah, and that's why this equation is valid up to the end of the beam. Yeah, if you want to calculate the bending moment here at any point after 4 meter, here you have to use this entire equation. This entire equation is valid here from 4 to 6 means up to the end of the beam. Here, have understood this concept? Here, listen. There is a difference between this question and this question. Here the UDL is at the end of the beam. Let it start from any point, but it's spread up to the end of the beam. This is not the case over here. Here UDL is spread at the middle part of the beam. It is start at point B and end at point C. Here after that also there is a part of some part of the beam is there. Okay, here this is a different case and this is a different case. Here, what is the difficulty in this? Here for writing the general equation of the bending moment, what is the difficulty over here? That also I am going to explain. Here, but have you understood this? Any doubt in this one? Is that clear how to write down the equation of the general equation of the bending moment when UDL is there? Yes or no? Have you understood it or not?
Yes, sir.
सिर्फ जमीत को ही समझ में आता है, बाकी किसी को भी समझ में नहीं आता है. Now let's consider this is the case. This is the point load P1 and this is the UDL. Let this is 2 meter, this is 2 meter and this is also 2 meter. Let this point is A, B, C and D. Now let's write down the equation of the general equation of the bending moment for this to calculate the slope and deflection. Here it is EI into d square y upon dx square equal to m. M is the general equation of the bending moment for the slope and deflection. Okay. So let's write down the general equation of the bending moment for this. Let this support action is RA and this is RD. Okay. Now same, let's start from A as the origin. So if I consider this section here, XX, here the equation of the bending moment at this XX is RA into X. That this section is at a distance of X from origin. So this becomes RA into X. Sagging है इसलिए positive. So this equation is valid from 0 to 2 meter. Okay. After this B point or after 2 meter, because of this point load, the bending moment equation varies. Okay. Here, so let's consider the section after B. Let this section is XX, which is again at a distance of X from O. And let's write down the equation of the bending moment. Okay. Now here, if I write down the equation of the bending moment here, it is RA into X, which I have already written. Here then the bending moment produced by this P1 is hogging, so it is minus P1 into in bracket. How much is the distance of this P1 from the assumed section? If this is X and this is 2, so this distance will be X minus 2. Here, but there is a UDL also. On the left hand side, this much UDL is also there. Okay, so let's take the moment of that UDL also. Let the intensity of this UDL is W. Okay, so it producing the hogging bending moment, so it is minus W into this length over which it is spread. Now, how much is this length? This section is at a distance of X from A, and this point load of this UDL start at a distance of 2 meters from A. So this distance will be X minus 2. So it is W into X minus 2 is the equivalent point load which will act at the midpoint of this distance over which the UDL is spread. So the distance from this section is X minus 2 by 2. So it is X minus 2 whole square by 2, because X minus 2 into X minus 2 by 2. Yeah. So this equation is valid. Listen carefully now. This equation is valid up to C. After C again the loading is changing. So equation of the bending moment will also change. It's actually this much equation from beginning to this. Here this equation is valid from 0 to 4 meter. Okay. Now the important thing is there. Now after C there is no load, but the equation of the bending moment will change definitely. Okay. Here, so if I consider the section over here, since there is no load, if I consider the section here after C at a distance of X from A, what will happen? Listen to me. Here I am writing the equation of the bending moment. Here, so this equation of the bending moment I am writing over here, which is equal to, it is RA into X, bending moment produced by this. Bending moment produced by this is minus P1 into X minus 2. This much equation is from 0 to 2 minus equation of this UDL now. इसका moment हो गया, इसका moment हो गया. Now moment of this UDL is remaining. Okay. So if I want to write down the moment of this UDL at this section XX, here what will happen? It is producing the hogging bending moment, so minus W into how much is the distance over which it is spread into 2. Now it is completely 2. Okay. into how much is the distance of that equivalent point load from the section. So this equivalent point load will act at the midpoint of this length over which it is spread, means it is at a distance of 1 meter from C. Here this is 1 meter, and how much is this distance? This is x and this is 4. So this distance is x minus 4. So how much is the distance of that equivalent point load from the section? Here it is 1 plus x minus 4. Here it is something like that. This is the equivalent point load and this is the length. Now the difficulty is here, this equation, okay, here if I continue with that, here this equation is valid up to the end of the beam, but this equation is not valid, or this equation of the bending moment of this just 1 minute, sorry, I made a mistake. Just 1 minute. Okay. Let's consider this section XX. I've taken the moment of this P1 here, but at this section XX, I forgot this moment of this UDL, this much UDL. Here it is minus W into X minus 2 whole square by 2. Okay, इतना ही आएगा. Okay, this equation is valid from 0 to 4. ये same आ गया ये equation. Up to 4 meter ये equation same आ गया. Okay, but after 4 meters, since there is no UDL, here the loading is changing. उसके बाद में अगर मैं मोमेंट लेता हूं, यार इसके बाद में अगर मैं सेक्शन लेता हूं टू कैलकुलेट द बेंडिंग मोमेंट, यार नॉर्मली इन मैकॉलेज मेथड क्या दिया है कि जो पहले वाला इक्वेशन आप लिखते हैं ना, द इक्वेशन व्हिच यू हैव ऑलरेडी रिटन शुड वैलिड इन फर्दर इक्वेशन आल्सो. Okay, here we are using this terms only and we are writing the equation. Yeah, but in such cases, if this UDL or UVL end in midway only, here after that this equation will not valid. अगर इसके बाद में मैं सेक्शन लेता हूं तो ये बेंडिंग मोमेंट का, सॉरी, ये यूडीएल का बेंडिंग मोमेंट या तो यूडीएल का मोमेंट क्या आएगा, माइनस डब्ल्यू इंटू 2 इंटू यार इट इज 1 प्लस x माइनस 4 अपॉन 2, ऐसा कुछ तो भी आएगा वो. Here means you won't get this term. यहाँ पे बेंडिंग मोमेंट का इक्वेशन लिखते वक्त ये टर्म नहीं मिलेगा, ये मिलेगा, ये मिलेगा, ये सेम आएगा, बट ये टर्म नहीं आएगा. Instead of this, you will get this term. Yeah, but the Macaulay suggested that you have to write such an equation which should be valid for the any part of the beam. Okay, जो पहले का टर्म लिखते हैं वो नेक्स्ट टर्म्स के लिए भी वैलिड होना चाहिए. यार अभी मैं इसके लिए ये यूडीएल के लिए यहाँ पे जब सेक्शन लेता हूँ आफ्टर बी, सो दिस मच इक्वेशन इज वैलिड. यार बट आफ्टर सी, यार आफ्टर दैट एट पॉइंट सी द यूडीएल एंड्स, टर्मिनेट. आफ्टर दैट देयर इज नो लोडिंग, बट इक्वेशन ऑफ द बेंडिंग मोमेंट विल चेंज. सो इफ आई टेक द सेक्शन, यार सो दिस टर्म शुड बी वैलिड फॉर दैट आल्सो. ये सेक्शन के लिए भी, ये एक्स सेक्शन के लिए भी ये टर्म वैलिड होना चाहिए, बट नाउ दिस टर्म इज नॉट वैलिडिंग फॉर दिस सेक्शन. यार अगर यहाँ पे सेक्शन देता हूँ और ये यूडीएल ऐसा ही रखता हूँ तो आई नीड टू राइट वन मोर टर्म, डिफरेंट टर्म. Okay, so Macaulay suggested that we have to write such a equation which should be valid here for all the terms, for all the loading, for entire beam. Okay, and that's why to make this term W into x minus 2 whole square by 2, to make this term valid for the entire beam, here what you have to do, listen carefully, what you have to do, if there is a UDL at the intermediate point only, here to make this equation or this term valid for the bending moment, here you have to do, suppose if I consider A as the origin and if this UDL terminate or ends at some midpoint, okay, then in that case to make this term valid, here you have to add the additional UDL over this beam up to the end of the beam. ये एडिशनल यूडीएल मैंने ऐड किया, कहां तक ऐड किया, अप टू द एंड ऑफ द बीम. अंडरस्टूड यार. एंड सिंस वी आर एडिंग, इट इज नॉट एक्चुअली ऑन द बीम, दिस वी आर एडिंग टू मेक दिस टर्म और दिस इक्वेशन वैलिड. ओके, नाउ सिंस वी आर एडिंग दिस यूडीएल ऑन दिस पार्ट सीडी ऑफ द सेम इंटेंसिटी, या दिस इंटेंसिटी इज डब्ल्यू, सो सेम इंटेंसिटी का यूडीएल आपको कंटिन्यू करने का अप टू द एंड ऑफ द बीम, अप टू द एंड ऑफ द बीम. यार नाउ ये जो एडिशनल यूडीएल आपने ऐड किया उसको कंपेंसेट करने के लिए लेट ऐड द सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ और सेम यूडीएल इन द अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन. सो दिस टू यूडीएल nullify the effect of each other, and ultimately we are going to get the same answer. Okay, लेकिन ये किसके लिए करने का यार, to just to make this equation, this term valid for the entire beam. Understood? Here, so remember one thing, if there is a UDL at some intermediate point, to make the equation of the Macaulay's method valid, here you have to add the additional UDL, continue that UDL up to the end of the beam, this we are adding in that beam. To compensate that, here add the opposite kind of UDL here on the remaining part. Here जहाँ पे हम लोग add कर रहे हैं, उस वही पार्ट पे उसके अपोजिट वाला यूडीएल ऐड कर दो, सो दैट दिस टू इक्वल एंड अपोजिट यूडीएल कैंसल द इफेक्ट ऑफ ईच अदर एंड वी आर गोइंग टू गेट द सेम रिजल्ट फॉर द ओरिजिनल लोडिंग. ओके, क्लियर, हैव अंडरस्टूड दिस? अभी देखो, अभी मैंने यहां पे अगर यूडीएल ऐड कर दिया, लिसन टू मी, अगर मैंने यहां पे यूडीएल ऐड कर दिया यार, एंड इफ आई टेक द सेक्शन हियर एक्स एक्स, ये यूडीएल जब याद नहीं था तो ये इक्वेशन आता था, इक्वेशन ऑफ बेंडिंग मोमेंट ये था. This was the equation of the bending moment. Then ये UDL नहीं था. अब ये UDL ऐड करने से क्या होगा? The moment of this RA, let this section is again at a distance of x from A. Okay, let write down the equation of the bending moment here at this section XX. So it is RA into x, ये हो गया, minus P1 into x minus 2, ये टर्म हो गया, इसका मोमेंट हो गया. अभी ये देखो, यहां से लेके ये पूरा UDL आया अभी तक, अभी this entire UDL is there. Okay, here now how much is now how to take the moment of this UDL? It is W. Now it is producing the hogging bending moment, so minus W into here how much is this distance? It is x minus 2, so W into x minus 2. Here it is W into x minus 2 is the equivalent point load for this much UDL, and this equivalent point load will act at the midpoint here, so it is x minus 2 whole square upon 2. Means now this equation is valid. Earlier it was not valid. Okay, पहले ये इक्वेशन आता था यार at this section for this UDL. जब UDL ऐड किया तो यही इक्वेशन वैलिड है. Here only you have to add one additional equation for this upward UDL. Okay, here so the final conclusion is that if there is some intermediate UDL, यार अगर end part में UDL है, if you consider this as the origin and if the UDL is spread at the end part, here then no worry, you can continue. But if the UDL is there in some intermediate part, here to solve the sum by Macaulay's method, here you have to add the additional UDL up to the end of the beam. ये additional UDL up to the end of the beam add कर देता हूँ. Okay. The last 4 meter पे ये additional UDL add कर देता हूँ. Yeah, so that now the equation of the UDL will remain continue up to the end of the beam. Here and to compensate this, I will add the upward UDL. Here on the same intensity of 8 kilonewton per meter. Okay. Here this is only the difference. Otherwise the question is same. Here any difficulty over here? Any doubt? So is that clear what you have to do for writing the differential equation of for the deflection here by using the Macaulay's method? What to do if there is a UDL in intermediate part of the beam? Understood? Okay. Now let's write down the equation of the slope and deflection for this. It is EI into d square y upon dx square equal to m. Here general equation of the slope, general differential equation of the deflection. Here, but to write down the general equation of the bending moment, we have to calculate the RA and RB. RA and RD in this case. In this case, you have to calculate RA and RD. Okay. What I am suggesting, even if you consider this added UDL, here then this RA and RD will be same. But I suggested here before adding this, let's calculate the RA and RD, because these two nullify the effect of each other. Here it doesn't make any difference, but unnecessarily the calculation will be more in that case. Here, so calculate that RA and RD before adding these loads. Okay, so in this question, Here the value of RA and RD. RD is 26.54 and RA equal to 7.46. You cross check it later. Okay, this is the value of RA and RD. Now let's write down the equation of the bending moment. It is EI into d square y upon dx square equal to m, and m is the general equation of the bending moment. Let's write down the general equation of the bending moment. Let A is the origin O. Let's take all the distances from origin O. So now for this A to E, one equation is valid. So let's take the section between A and E at a distance of x from A here. So the equation of this bending moment here is 7.46 into x, 7.46 into x. Then because of this 10 kilonewton force, after E, the equation of the bending moment changes. So let's take the another section between E and B, which is again at a distance of x from origin. So what will be the equation of the bending moment here? It is 7.46 into x, which already it is written here, and moment of this 10 kilonewton, which is also sagging. This equation 7.46x was valid from 0 to 2 meter. Now after 2 meter, we have taken the section again at a distance of x from origin. So the bending moment equation here is 7.46 into x plus 10 into this distance. Now how much is this distance? It is x minus 2. Here it is also producing the sagging moment, so plus 10 into x minus 2. This equation is valid up to B, because at B the loading is changing. Okay, so this equation is valid from 2 to 4 meter. Okay, now after B, the UDL start here. So let's take the section after B. Let's take this section XX, which is at a distance of x from origin. Let the section is at a distance of x from origin. Now let's write down the equation of the bending moment here. Okay, so if I write the bending moment equation here, it will become 7.46 into x, which is already written, plus 10 into this distance. अभी ये distance x है और ये 2 है, तो ये distance x minus 2 हो गया, so it is plus 10 into x minus 2. इसका भी bending moment already हो गया लिख के. Now you have to add the bending moment of this UDL. Now it producing the hogging bending moment, so it is minus. Intensity is 8 into how much is the length over which it is spread. ये distance कितना है? अगर ये x है और ये 4 है, तो this is x minus 4. Yes, so it is x minus 4 into x minus 4 by 2. So I will take it x minus 4 whole square upon 2. Here now this equation is valid for this UDL up to C. Here up to C this equation is valid. Here means this equation is valid from 2 to and 4 and 3, 7. Means it is from 4 to 7 meter. Okay, this equation is valid up to C. Okay, now after C, here there is earlier there was no load. या फिर हमने एडिशनल लोड ऐड किया, मतलब एट पॉइंट सी के बाद में द लोडिंग अगेन चेंजेस. Yes, since the loading changes, the equation of the bending moment will also change. Here, that's why let's take the section after C at a distance of x. Let this section, which is again at a distance of x from A. Let this section is at a distance of x from A. Now let's write down the equation of the bending moment here. ये सेक्शन पे मुझे इक्वेशन ऑफ बेंडिंग मोमेंट लिखने का है. नाउ लिसन केयरफुली. ओके, अभी यहाँ पे अगर मुझे इक्वेशन ऑफ बेंडिंग मोमेंट लिखने का है, तो बेंडिंग मोमेंट ऑफ दिस आर ए इक्वल टू आर ए इंटू एक्स, विच इज ऑलरेडी रिटन. देन मोमेंट ऑफ दिस 10 इज 10 इंटू एक्स माइनस 2. या एक्सक्यूज मी, Hello. Okay. Let's continue. We have written this equation up to 7 meter. Now after 7 meter, yes, since the loading is changing, let's take the section after this 7 meter or after this point C. Now if I write the equation of the bending moment over here at this section, it is Ra into X, which we have already written. Then the bending moment or moment produced by this 10 kilonewton is again sagging, so it is plus 10 into this distance. Here it is X into X minus 2, 10 into X minus 2. Here we are taking the moment here, so 10 into this distance we want. How much is this distance? It is X minus 2. Then moment of this UDL. Okay, here now earlier we have taken the moment of this UDL only. Now this much UDL is there. Okay, this much UDL is there. Then what is the moment of this UDL? Here its intensity is 8. So 8 into this distance. Now how much is this distance? Now if this is X and this is X 4, so this distance is X minus 4. Equivalent point out will act at the midpoint, so it is into X minus 4 by 2. Means now this equation is valid. अगर ये UDL नहीं रहता था, तो this equation was not valid, and that's why to make it valid, we have to add the additional UDL up to the end of the beam. Okay, here I hope you have understood this point. To make this term valid, we are adding this additional UDL. Okay, now on this part, here to compensate this, we are added this upward UDL also. Now we have to take the moment of this upward UDL after this. यार ये बाकी का लोडिंग का इक्वेशन पहले ही लिखा है. Only this upward UDL now we have to add. Now this upward UDL produces the sagging bending moment, so it is plus. It is producing the sagging bending moment. Yeah, so it is plus. How much is that? Intensity is 8, and how much is this length? It is X minus 7. ये 7 meter है. So X minus 7. X minus 7, and equivalent point load will act at the midpoint of this. Here, so its distance is X minus 7 by 2. So it is X minus 7 whole square by 2. This equation is valid up to this point load. Here means up to 9 meter. So this equation is valid 7 to 9 meter. Okay. Here now after this 20 kilonewton, let's take one last section, which is again at a distance of X from A. Okay. And let's write down the equation of the bending moment over here. Now, if I take this section, which is again at a distance of X, here this is the moment produced by this Ra, this is the moment produced by this 10, here this is the moment produced by this downward UDL, this is the moment produced by this upward UDL. Same equation is valid for this section as well as for this section. ये दोनों term valid है because we are added that UDL. अगर वो UDL add नहीं करते थे, तो this term will not be valid for that. Understood? Here, so only we have to add the moment produced by this 20. It is hogging, so it is minus 20 into how much is distance? It is X minus this distance. How much is that? It is 9, 2, 2, 3, and 2. Here, so it is 9. So it is X minus 9. This equation is valid from 9 to 11 meter. That is up to the end of the beam. Okay, so this is the general equation of the bending moment. Here according to the Macaulay's method. Now remaining procedure is same. Here if we integrate this equation once, here you will get dy by dx. Same procedure is there now. If you integrate it once, you will get the equation of dy by dx. Here plus c1 constant of integration. If you again integrate, you will get the equation of deflection. Why? Remaining procedure is same. Only the difference is to write down the equation of the general equation of the bending moment. Here whenever there is a UDL. Here, so ultimate conclusion is that if there is a UDL spread at the intermediate length of the beam, here you have to add the additional UDL up to the end of the beam, and to compensate that, here show the upward UDL also. Okay. Then second one, if there is a UDL at the end, no need to do any change. अगर end पे UDL है, तो no need to make any change. Here, then if there is a UVL, uniformly varying load, normally नहीं आएगा, very lengthy question हो जाता है. But if the UVL is at the end part of the beam, no need to make any change. But if the UVL is at the intermediate part of the beam, if the UVL is at the intermediate part of the beam, yes, so to make the equation valid up to the end of the beam, here you have to add the additional UVL. You have to add the additional UVL. Now this UVL you have to continue. Okay, so you have to continue this. So I am adding this UVL up to the end of the beam. Here ये additional load इतना add किया है. Okay, so to compensate that इसका ही जो mirror image आएगा वो यहाँ पे upward दिखाने का है. ये point support reaction तो है ही इधर. Here this upward UVL you have to add. Okay, here this intensity, if it is 5, this is 2 meter, this is 2 meter, here then this become 10. Here and this is 5 and this is also 10. Okay, so ये जो लास्ट में नहीं था वो हमने एडेड कर दिया और उसको कंपेंसेट करने के लिए अपवर्ड यूवीएल लगा दिया. Okay, now the equation is valid for the entire beam. Here, any doubt? Remaining part you have to solve. It is exactly similar like a previous question. Yesterday what we have solved. After integration you will get the constant of integration, use boundary conditions to get that constant of integration, and once you get the general equation of the slope and deflection with constant of integration C1 and C2, to calculate the YB deflection at point B, use the deflection equation, and since we have to calculate the deflection at point B, here B means at x equal to 4. So you have to use the equation up to 4 meter and substitute x equal to 4, you will get the deflection. To calculate the slope at point D, this is the point D at the end. Okay, here to calculate the slope at point D, use the slope equation. Here, and since we have to calculate at D means x equal to, at point D x equal to value is 11. So up to 11 meter you have to use, means you have to use the entire equation to calculate the slope at D. And substitute x equal to 11, you will get the slope at point D. Okay, any doubt? Any doubt? Okay, we'll stop here now. Write your name and roll number. And now today and tomorrow, or today I will upload all the lectures, and today and tomorrow I will record the 2 more lectures. Okay, and then I will upload on the classrooms here, and we'll arrange the lectures. For that also we'll arrange the lecture. But in that lecture I will show you that recorded part. But I will be present in that lecture. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Thank you.